Please help me to reach 1,000 subscribers. I never imagined a single comment could unravel everything I had built with my husband, but here we are. My name is Clara, I'm 32, and I used to believe that no matter what I said or did, my husband Ryan would always stay by my side. We'd been married for 6 years, together for 9, and I had always assumed that our bond was unshakable. He was steady, calm, the type of man who could handle anything life threw at him, and I liked to push boundaries, tease, and sometimes test his patience. I never thought my words could ever push him to a point of no return. I was wrong. It all started at a small get-together at our friend Mark's house. Nothing fancy, just a casual night of drinks, laughter, and old stories. Ryan wasn't exactly thrilled about going. Social events weren't really his thing. But he went for me. I loved mingling, joking around, and he always made sure I had a good time. That night, I had a glass of wine in my hand, feeling relaxed and playful, chatting with a few of Mark's friends when the conversation naturally veered toward relationships. Someone asked a seemingly innocent question. Do you think your partner could handle a tough situation? Like, if things went wrong, could he protect you? Before I even thought, the words escaped my lips. Ryan? Weak as a kitten. Honestly, I'd probably end up protecting him. The room erupted in laughter. I laughed too, thinking it was harmless. Everyone else laughed, and for a moment I didn't even notice Ryan standing there, sipping his drink, his expression unreadable. At first, I thought he was joking along with everyone else, but something in his eyes stopped me from saying anything more. I shrugged it off and kept chatting, assuming he'd shake it off like he always did. But the night didn't unfold as I expected. Ryan didn't sulk. He didn't snap. He just grew quiet. His usual warmth, the way he would nudge me, make a joke, or smile at something absurd I said, none of it was there. He simply stood, nodding politely when someone spoke to him, never making eye contact with me. I thought, it's just a joke, he'll get over it. As the night went on, I leaned into my playful teasing, trying to get a laugh from others, pointing out small things Ryan struggled with, mimicking the way he opened a wine bottle or carried his briefcase. He smiled a little, but it wasn't real. I didn't catch on that each joke, each laugh at his expense, was slowly stacking up in his mind, like bricks in a wall I was obliviously building. When we got home, the air was thick with silence. I tried starting small conversations, asking about his favorite moments of the night, trying to make him laugh, but he only gave minimal responses. One-word answers. Nods. Short sighs. And then came the first hint of reality. I asked him, half laughing, "Are you seriously still mad about that joke?" He looked at me, calm but firm, and said, "It's not the joke, Clara. It's the way you talk about me, the way you make me the butt of every little thing. You've been doing this for years, and I'm done pretending it doesn't hurt." I froze, trying to find my words. "It's just teasing, Ryan. Everyone jokes around, you know that." "No, it's not just teasing," he said, his voice steady. "It's constant. And I can't do it anymore. I don't want to do it anymore." That night, instead of sleeping next to me, he went to our guest room. I thought he'd cool down by morning like he always had. But morning brought no relief. Breakfast was silent, the usual banter missing, his presence distant, almost foreign. I tried again, asking if he wanted to talk about it, to understand why I couldn't just joke around like before. He looked at me, and I realized then that something fundamental had shifted. "You know what I've realized?" he said finally. "I've been listening, I've been patient, and I've tolerated this because I love you. But I'm done. I need to respect myself first, and I can't do that here." I laughed nervously, thinking it was a dramatic reaction. "Over a joke?" I said, trying to force a chuckle. "It's not over a joke," he replied. "It's over years of being made to feel small, unimportant, and weak in front of people I care about. And now, I see clearly that I deserve better. I deserve to be respected, and if you can't see that, I need to make a choice for myself." And just like that, he filed for divorce. Not a fight, not a yelling match. He quietly contacted his lawyer, arranged his finances, and started taking steps to separate our lives. I felt disbelief at first, anger second, and finally, a hollow emptiness that I hadn't known before. I kept thinking, he'll come back, he always does. But each call went unanswered. Each text was ignored. Friends I reached out to offered sympathetic nods but no assurances. It was real. In the weeks that followed, I replayed every moment in my head. The party, my words, the laughter, the subtle smirks I had assumed were harmless. I realized too late that my teasing wasn't innocent. It was cumulative, it was public, and it had chipped away at his self-respect. And when he decided enough was enough, he acted. Without theatrics, without dramatics, he chose himself over the illusion of a happy, playful marriage that I had taken for granted. Now, sitting in the quiet apartment that once felt full of laughter, scrolling through pictures of trips, dinners, and celebrations, I understand the weight of my actions. The man I thought I could always count on, who I assumed would forgive anything, had boundaries, and I had crossed them. He wasn't weak. He was strong, silent, decisive, and ultimately free. I was the one left grappling with regret, realizing that words, even those meant as jokes, have power to wound, to sever, to end everything you think is permanent.